password recovery process. So in this password recovery, so first of all, what is the need for this password recovery? Okay. So suppose here we have this router. We have this one router. So if you configure this router, so in this configuration, initial configuration here, we have to assign different password like telnet password, console password, auxiliary password, enable secret password, enable password. Suppose if you forget telnet password or enable secret password, so you cannot log in this device. So suppose here we have this one PC. So if you forget, suppose this enable secret password or enable password, line device password, so you cannot access this device by using telnet service. So that time we have to do the password recovery. So in this password recovery, first here we have to take one we have to follow some step in this password recovery. So first of all, here we have to take one admin PC. Then we have to connect this admin PC to router console port. So this is console connectivity. So this one is router console port. Then this one is PC's COM port. And this connectivity is called as console connectivity. Then in this admin PC, here we have to open emulation software. Suppose 50. We can use this 50 software. So after this 50, if you open this 50, then we have to follow some steps in this password recovery. So first step is in this password recovery process. Where we have to follow these steps. So first one, we have to restart the router. So first step is restart the router. Means we have to turn off the router, then turn on. This called it restart the router. Then the second process is we have to open emulation software within but 50. So second step is we have to open 50 software. Then the next third step. So in this third step, we have to press Control plus break button. So in this third step, press Control plus break button, or we can type Control plus C. Control plus break or Control C. Because here we have to stop the boot sequence of this router. So that's why here we have to type Control C. Either we can type Control C or Control break button to enter into Roman mode of this router. To enter into router Roman mode. Because we know this router follows the boot sequence, where boot sequence is nothing but host to ROM. Then, so in this ROM memory, this router contains the configuration registered value. Configuration registered value. So by default, configuration registered value is 0x2102. Then next, host to ROM, ROM to flash, flash to NVRAM, and last NVRAM to FRAP. Where we have to follow this boot sequence in this router. So in this ROM mode, here we have to change this password. We can set the new password in this mode. So by default, you will get configuration registered value 0x2102. So here we have to stop this boot sequence. Here we have to stop this boot sequence. So that's why here we have to press Control break. So either we can type Control break button or we can type Control C to stop the boot sequence. So if you type here Control C, suppose, so you will be in the router mode, means ROM monitor mode, this one. So in this ROM monitor mode, here we have to change this configuration registered value So here you will get by default 0x2102. So here we have to set the new configuration registered value because we have forget the password. So here we have to set the new password. So here we have to first we have to change this configuration registered value. So it is 0x2142. So by default you will get 0x2102. So if there is configuration registered value in this ROM memory, this one 0x2102. So router follows the particular boot sequence, host to ROM, ROM to flash, flash to NVRAM, NVRAM to RAM. But if you stop your boot sequence by pressing this one, either control plus break button or control C, so automatically you will be in the router mode of this ROM mode of this router. So in this ROM mode, here we have to change this configuration registered value. So once this configuration registered value is changed, then we can set the new password. Then we have to again set this by default value 0x2102. So the third step is we have to press control break or control C to enter into the ROM mode. Then after pressing this control C, you will be in the ROM mode of router. So you will get like this ROM monitor mode. So in this ROM monitor mode, here we have to change configuration registered value. Please wait a moment. Okay. So in this ROM monitor mode, first here we have to type the command configuration registered value. So here we have to set this configuration registered value 0x2142. By default it is 0x2102. So here we have to change this value. Then here we have to do the command reset. In second step, here we have to do the command reset. So if you give here this command reset, automatically you will be in the user mode of this router. So in this user mode, here we have to type enable. So in router user mode, here we have to type the next command enable. Then you will be in the next mode, configuration mode. So first here we have to give this command in this privilege mode. So after typing this enable, you will be in the privilege mode. Then you will be we have to type config C. Then we can change the password. But after typing this enable, here you will be in the next mode, privilege mode. So in this privilege mode, here we have to give the command copy startup -config. Copy startup -config space running -config. It means this command it will load the configuration from NVRAM to RAM. It means running -config. Then to this copy startup -config running -config means it will load the configuration from NVRAM to RAM. Then here we have to type config T. Next command config T. So you will be in the configuration mode. So next in configuration mode, router in configuration mode, here we can change the new password. Here we can set new password. Suppose for example, if you forget the enable secret password, so here we have to give the command enable secret. Then here we can set this new password, enable secret password. So you can assign any password like console password, auxiliary password, line VTY password, enable secret password, enable password. So suppose if I said enable password, for example, ABCD. new password is ABCD. Then here we have to give the command exit. Okay, so here we have said the new password. New password is ABCD enable secret password. Then because of this restart of this router, okay, so here we have given this command restart. So restart means this interface will be down. If you restart this router, so automatically this interface will be down. Suppose this one is fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So here we have to manually enable this interface. So to enable this fast Ethernet 0 by 0, here we have to do this command. So next step is we have to enable this interface. So here we have to give the command in router configuration mode. Interface path Ethernet 0 by 0. Interface path Ethernet 0 by 0. Then here next command, no shutdown command. This no shutdown command, it will enable this path Ethernet 0 by 0 port. Then exit. Next command is exit. So this interface is up right now, path Ethernet 0 by 0. But still, so then next here in privilege mode, here we have to save this configuration. So either we can do the command copy running -config space startup -config, or simply here we can do the command write command WR. So it will save this configuration from RAM to NVDAM. But still the configuration registered value is 0x2142. Okay, so right now here we have to change this configuration registered value back to default. So default value is 0x2102. So here we have to set this configuration register value back to default. So in this router configuration mode, here we have to do the command configuration registered value. Where configuration registered value. So by default value is 0x2102. Where we have to set this by default value, because here we have set the password, okay, in this Roman mode. Then we have to set this default value 0x2102. Then next again here we have to do the command WR to save this configuration. Then in last here we have to give the command in privilege mode. Here we have to give the command copy running -config space copy running -config space startup -config. Then in last command here we have to do the last command reload command. So if you type here this reload command, so automatically router will follow the boot sequence like port to ROM. So router will follow after typing this reload command. Router will follow this particular boot sequence, port to ROM, where we have set the password, okay, new password. We have set the password, then ROM to // to NVRAM, and the last NVRAM to RAM, where you will be in the router mode. So it means it is default boot process. Router will follow default boot process after giving this command reload command. So these are the some steps in this password recovery, where we have to follow this step. Password recovery process is very simple. Just we have to follow this step one by one. So these are the some steps in password recovery. So we can see here password recovery step. So first one, we have to connect console cable from router to console port, PC COM port to router console port. Then the next step, we have to open emulation software, suppose 50. Then we have to restart the router, which we have to turn off and turn on this this router, then we have to press control break, or we can type control C to enter into the Roman mode of this router. Then in this Roman mode, so we can see here console connectivity. Then you know this router follow this boot sequence port to ROM. So in this ROM monitor mode, you will get the by default register value 0x2102. So here we have to stop this boot sequence. So in this Roman monitor mode, we can set the new password. So we have to follow this boot sequence. So port to ROM, ROM to flash, flash to NVRAM. Okay, so route it will not be in the NVRAM, okay, because we have to stop this boot sequence. So it will be in the RAM, then we have to save this new password. We have to set new password, then it will be in the NVRAM. By giving the command copy running -config startup -config, where we have to set this configuration register value 0x2142. By default, it is 0x2102 in this Roman monitor mode. So in this Roman monitor mode, here we have to give the command configuration register value 0x2142, then reset command. Then we have to follow this step. So these are some steps in password recovery process. So for practical for this password recovery process, so if I take this router, suppose 2600 series. So we have this 2600 series router. Then if I connect this device, one PC to this router, right now there is no configuration present on this router. So suppose first, if I do an initial configuration for this router, where suppose we have this admin PC, for example. If I take this admin PC, or we can do the initial configuration by this device also. So suppose if I take this admin PC and if I connect PC combo to router console port, this is console connectivity. Then in real time we have to open putty software, but in Cisco packet tracer, putty will not work. Okay. So in this admin PC, you can click on this admin PC, then click on this desktop, then click on terminal and OK. So directly we can do the configuration. So you will be in the setup mode of this router. So for initial configuration, type here no, then press enter, then enable, then config T, then suppose if I assign the password on this interface, where we have to assign for different passwords. So suppose if I first we have to assign the IP address on this path Ethernet 0 by 0. If I assign the IP 192.168.201.0, then subnet mask 255.255.255.0. So first here we have to assign this IP address on this interface of this router. So here we have to do the command interface, then path Ethernet 0 by 0, then press enter, then next IP address, where IP address is 192.168.201.1, then subnet mask 255.255.255.0, then press enter, then give the command no shutdown and exit. Then we have to set the password. Suppose if I assign the password, first one line VTY 0 space 4, then next command password. So suppose if I assign the telnet password, suppose 2, then next login and exit. This is the telnet password. Then console password. So line console 0, next command password, where password is suppose same 0, on this console 0, password is suppose same 2, then login and exit. Then next enable password. Suppose enable password is, for example, CCNA. Then press enter. Then if I assign the enable secret password, so suppose right now enable secret password is 6. then press enter and exit. So to save this configuration, use the command write, nothing but WR, then press enter and exit. So this is the initial configuration of this router. So close it one. So right now we can access this router by using this device by using telnet service. So here first we have to assign the IP address to this PC. So click on desktop, click on IP config. So here IP address is suppose 192.168.201.10. Then subnet mask. The default gateway is router IP. One 192.168.201.1. Then close this one. So right now we can access this router by using this telnet service. So click on this command prompt, type here telnet, then router IP 192.168.201.1, then press enter. So here telnet password. So telnet password is root. Then type enable. So enable secret password is this. So right now here enable secret password is Cisco. So we can check here show running -config, then press enter. So this enable secret password is encrypted. But suppose if you forget this enable secret password. So right now, suppose if I forget this enable secret password and if I try to access this router, so if I try to access this router by using telnet service, suppose if I type here telnet password room, then press enter, then enable, then right now I don't know the password. Enable secret password. Suppose I forget this password, but right now the enable secret password is Cisco. But suppose if you forget this password, so you can't access this router. Okay. First we have to type enable secret password, then you can access. So it is called as password recovery. So suppose if you forget this enable secret password, so that time you have to do the password recovery. So for password recovery, first step is we have to restart the router. So first click on this router. To restart means click on this zoom in, so here you will find this power button. So first turn off and turn on. It is called as the restarting of this router. Then close this one. Then we have to open putty. But in Cisco packet tracer there is no putty. So directly click on this admin PC, click on terminal. So here we have to click on this OK. Then we have to quickly type either control, we can press control break or control C. Suppose if I do not press control C quickly, so if I click on this OK, but if I do not press control C, you can see, so directly you will be in the router. So it will ask password. So here we have to stop this boot sequence. Okay, so that's why we have to quickly type control C or we can type control break button. Remember this one. So again close this one. Then again start this router. So turn off and turn on. Then close this one. Then click on this admin PC, click on terminal. So remember this one. If I click on this OK, then you have to quickly type control C. You can see. Directly you will be in the ROM on monitor mode of this router because we have stopped this boot sequence. Right now you are in ROM on monitor. So in this one by default value is 0x2102. Where we have to change this configuration registered value. Where configuration register value we have to set 0x2142. By default it is 0x2102. Then press enter. Then here we have to give the command reset. Then press enter. Right now you will be in the user mode of this router. Okay. So here we have to type first no, then type enable. First step. Then second step we have to do the command copy startup -config, then press then space, then running hyphen config. So first we have to copy this NVRAM configuration to this RAM, because we have to save this configuration also, because all these configuration are present in NVRAM. So first we have to copy this configuration from NVRAM to RAM, then press enter. So your destination file name, you can assign file name, then press enter. This configuration is copied. Then we have to type config. So right now you are in configuration mode of this router. So suppose if you forget here enable secret password. So type here enable secret. So suppose if I assign the enable secret password, for example, ABCD, new password. Then press enter, then exit. Then we have to save this configuration, use the command WR, then press enter. So right now this interface is down. We can see this one path Ethernet 0 by 0, because we have restarted this router. So first we have to enable this path Ethernet 0 by 0 interface. Manually we have to enable. So we have to do this command in configuration mode. Type config, then interface path Ethernet 0 by 0. Then press enter. Then give the command no shutdown. Then exit. Right now this interface is up. You can see here this path Ethernet 0 by 0 is up. So here we have successfully set this new password. Then we have enabled this interface. Then we have to save this configuration. Again give the command WR, right? So right now this all configuration is present in NVRAM memory. Then again type here config, because here we have to set this configuration registered value back to default. So here give the command configuration registered value. So default value is 0x2102. 0x2102. Then press enter. Then exit. Use the command WR. Then in last we have to give the command copy running hyphen config startup hyphen config. Then press enter. Then destination file name, you can assign destination file name. Then press enter. Then in last here we have to give the command reload, RELOAD, reload command. Then press enter. Then proceed with reload, confirm. Then again press enter. Where router will follow the default boot process. This one, it is called as default boot process. Host to ROM, ROM to flash, flash to NVRAM, NVRAM to RAM. So again close this one. Where password recovery process is completed. Then remove this control connectivity. So right now we can access this router by using the new password, new enabled secret password. So their new enabled secret password is ABCD. So you can check here. Click on this PC, click on command prompt. So if I type here telnet space router IP 192.168.201.1, then press enter. So at telnet password, is Zoom, then press enter. Then enable, we have to type enable, then press, we have to type enter. So right now enable secret password is, new enable secret password is ABCD, then press enter. So you can see here, right now we can access this router by using new enable secret password ABCD. So like this you can assign any new password. If you forget suppose telnet password, same password recovery process for telnet password, console password, auxiliary password, enable password. We have to follow this step. So this step is called as password recovery process. The same password recovery process for switch also, because all these devices, networking devices, having the same operating system. The same process for router and switch also. So it is called as password recovery process. So we can set the new password in this Roman monitor mode. So just we have to stop this boot sequence. So once the boot sequence is stopped, so in that boot sequence we can set the new password. First we have to fill the configuration registered value. So by default it is 0x2102. We have to set the new value 0x2142. Then again, once the password is set, then we have to set this back to default value 0x2102. So router will follow this default boot process and new password will be set. So it is called as password recovery process. Then the next one is how to take configuration backup. So configuration backup means suppose we have this router. Suppose we have this one router. Then we have this network, one switch. So in this backup, so it means we can take the backup of this configuration from this router. So in that case, here we require one server. So either we can use FTP server or TFTP server to take the configuration backup. So suppose if I take here this server, so either we can use FTP server or TFTP. So suppose we have this TFTP server where we have to connect this server to switch. Then we have to assign one IP address to this server. So suppose this one is TFTP server. If I assign the IP 192.168.201. And on this interface of this router, if I assign the IP 192.168.201.1. So backup means configuration backup. How to take configuration backup? So configuration backup means already configuration is present on this router, but we should have the backup of this configuration. Suppose this router is failed, so no need to do the again and again configuration. So in that case, we can take the backup from this router to TFTP server. So this is called as backup configuration backup. So either we can use FTP server or TFTP server. So in this one, we have to assign some command on this router. So for example, this one is Chennai branch router. Chennai branch router. So on this Chennai branch router, it can be any, suppose for example is router. So if on this router, in this privilege mode, here we have to give the first command, copy. So right now we are taking the configuration backup from this router. So this router is source and destination is TFTP server. Okay, destination is TFTP server for this backup. So for this, we are taking the configuration backup from this server, from this source router to TFTP server. So here we have to give the command copy startup-config. Copy startup-config. Then source. This one is source. Then destination. Where destination is TFTP. TFTP server. So this one is source and this one is destination, because we are taking the backup from this router to TFTP server. So from this startup-config, so it is nothing but NVRAM configuration present in NVRAM. So from this NVRAM to TFTP server. So first command here we have to give the copy startup-config space destination is TFTP. Then here we have to assign the next. We have to assign the host ID, host IP address. So here we have to assign this TFTP server IP, where TFTP server IP address is 192.168.201.20. Then next we have to assign the destination file name, where destination file name is, we can assign any file name. For example, if I assign the destination file name NVRAM configuration of Hyderabad branch router. So first command we have to be this one, router copy startup hyphen config, then TFTP destination, then IP address and destination IP address and destination file name. So it is called as configuration of backup. Same in this topology. If I take here one server, so suppose this one is TFTP server. If I connect TFTP server, so first here we have to take one switch. So we have this switch. Then if I take this TFTP server, then we have to connect this TFTP server to switch. So if I assign the IP address on this TFTP server 192.168.201.20, then subnet mask 255.255.255.0. So to assign the IP address, click on this TFTP server, then click on desktop and click on IP configuration, then IPv4. So type here IP address 192.168.201.20, then subnet mask and default gateway router IP 192.168.201.1. Then close this one. So on this router we have to assign the configuration command. So first click on this TFTP server, then click on this services, third one, click on this services, where you will find different types of services. Where click on this TFTP, this one, fourth one, click on this TFTP, where you will find some file. So first click on this file and click on this remove file. So right now you can see there is no file present on this TFTP server. So close this one, then click on this router, then click on CLI. Enable secret password is ABCD. So first command in this privilege mode, here we have to use the command copy startup hyphen config. So this is the source, then the destination is TFTP. So type here TFTP, then press enter. So address or name of remote host. So either we can type the name or address. So we know the IP address is 192.168.201.20. Then press enter. So next one is destination file name. So you can assign any destination file name. Okay. So suppose if I assign NVRAM configuration of Hyderabad. So you can assign any file name, this one, destination file name. So right now destination file name is NVRAM configuration of Hyderabad. Then press enter. So you can see here 530 byte copied in 3.0 to 1 second. It means close this one. So if you check on this TFTP server, where you will get this backup. So click on this TFTP, so where we have this file NVRAM configuration of Hyderabad. Where configuration we have the backup for this router. All this configuration is present on this router. Whatever configuration is present on this router, all this configuration is stored in this TFTP server. But suppose this router is failed due to some reason, okay, configuration is deleted. So no need to do the again and again configuration. Simply we can restore this configuration from this TFTP server to router. So suppose intentionally if I delete the router configuration, for example, first if I connect this admin PC, to router console port. So if I intentionally if I delete the configuration from this router, so to delete the configuration permanently from this router, click on this router. Then in privilege mode, here we have to give the command erase startup -config. Okay, startup -config. Then press enter. Then erasing the NVRAM file will remove all configuration file. Continue. Then press again enter. So this it is deleted. But still the configuration is present in RAM memory. So here we have to give the command reload. Then press enter. So proceed with reload. Then confirm. Then press enter. So right now configuration is deleted from RAM memory as well as NVRAM. Permanently it is deleted. It is configuration is not present in RAM as well as NVRAM. So you can see here interface is down. Path Ethernet 0x0 interface is down. It means there is no configuration present on this router. But we have the configuration on this TFTP server. So on this TFTP server, we have the configuration backup. So we can restore this configuration backup. So to restore this configuration, same configuration command, only source and destination will be changed. So to restore this configuration, so on this router, in privilege mode, here we have to give the command copy. So right now we are restoring the backup. So it means right now the source is TFTP server and the destination is router. Right now source is TFTP server and the destination is router. So it means here we have to give the command copy TFTP source, then space destination. So destination is startup -config with NVRAM. Startup -config. Then next command here we have to do the next command source file name. So source file name here we have to assign this name. So we have already assigned this name NVRAM. So this name should be same. Okay, remember this one NVRAM as it is. NVRAM configuration of Hyderabad. Configuration of Hyderabad. Then source IP. Next command here we have to assign the IP address of this source. So here source IP is TFTP server 192.168.201.20. Then next destination file name. So at destination file name will be the NVRAM. So nothing but destination is startup -config file. Where we have to send this destination file name startup -config. Nothing but NVRAM. So these are the commands to restore this configuration from this TFTP to router. We have to follow this step. So right now we can see this interface is down. So first we have to manually enable this interface. So that without enabling this interface, you cannot take this backup. You cannot restore this backup because this interface is down. So that's why first we have to enable this Path Ethernet 0x0. Then you can restore this configuration backup from this TFTP to router. So first we have to enable this Path Ethernet 0x0. So here we have to connect this admin PC to router, PC comport to router console port. Then click on this admin PC. Then click on this desktop. terminal and so type here no for initial configuration, then type enable. So config T, then just we have to enable this interface. Where we have to give the command interface path Ethernet 0 by 0, then IP address 192.168.201.1, subnet mask 255.255.25.0, then press enter, then use the command no shutdown and exit. So right now this interface is up. Okay, okay. So click on this router. So if if I do the configuration on this one. So to restore this one, first we have to enable this path Ethernet 0 by 0 interface. Then we can give this configuration command, this one, copy TFTP startup -config, then source file name and NVRAM configuration of this Hyderabad. So this name should be as it is. So it is small, suppose it should be same, okay? Either it is in capital or small, it should be same. Where suppose this one is destination file name is NVRAM configuration of Chennai. So it is space. So here if I type here like this NVRAM configuration of Hyderabad with no space, okay, it will not work. So it should be same as it is with space. So this source file name it should be same as it is. So type config T interface path Ethernet 0 by 0, then IP address 192.168.201.1, then subnet mask 255.255.255.0, then press enter, then use the command no shutdown and exit. Right now this interface is up, so we can restore this configuration from this TFTP server to this router. So if you check, click on this first, click on this router. So if I give the command verification command, so running -config, then press enter. So here you will find by default the host name is router, but there is no configuration present. You can see no password, console password, enable password, no configuration is present. Only we have enabled this interface. So to take this backup, first in this privilege mode, here we have to give the command copy startup -config. So this one is sorry. Right now this one is copy TFTP source and destination is router. So nothing but startup -config. Then press enter. So address or name of remote host, where address is nothing but 192.168.201.20. Then press enter. Then source file name. Where source file name is NVRAM, it will be same NVRAM configuration of Hyderabad. Then press enter. Then destination file name, where destination file name is startup hyphen config, nothing but NVRAM. Startup hyphen config, nothing but NVRAM. Then press enter. So you can see here 530 byte is copied in 3.00011 seconds. So again close this one. So right now we have restored this configuration backup from this TFTP server to this router. So if I check, so click on this router. So for verification, use the command show running hyphen config, then press enter. So right now, because you will not get any configuration, you can see, because first the whole configuration is present in NVRAM memory. So we want this all configuration in both memory, like NVRAM and RAM. So first we have to restart this router. So click on physical, click on this zoom in, then turn off and turn on. Then right now configuration will be present in both memory, NVRAM as well as RAM also. So this interface is up. So right now click on this router, click on CLI. So you can see it will ask password. Okay, because we have restored this configuration from this TFTP to router, where password is Zoom, telnet password, then enable. So enable secret password is ABCD, then press enter, then do the command verification command, show running hyphen config, then press enter. So you will find all these passwords. Okay, enable secret password, enable password, then IP address, then password on this one. If there is any configuration for any particular protocol, so all this configuration you will get in this router. So no need to do again and again configuration. So we can take here multiple backup for this router on this TFTP server or FTP server. So suppose this router is failed due to some reason. So no need to do again and again configuration for like initial configuration, WAN configuration, okay, routing protocol, different types of routing protocol. So simply here we can take the backup. First of all, we can take the backup by using this configuration command. So for backup, we have this command. Source will be router, means startup hyphen config. So this is the source, and destination will be TFTP server. Then we have to assign the destination IP address. 192.160, you can assign any IP, then destination file name, you can assign any destination file name. Then to restore this one, so right now source will be TFTP and destination will be startup hyphen config file, nothing but NVRAM. So then we have to restart, after this configuration, we have to restart this router. So if you restart the router, then configuration will be present in both NVRAM and RAM also. First, we have to restart the router. After this, restore. So this is the process for configuration, how to take configuration backup and how to restore how to restore this configuration by using this TFTP server. So we can use either FTP server also or TFTP, but TFTP server we can say it is best for local area network. So that's why we can use TFTP server also. So these are some steps in this configuration backup and restore. So Today we'll stop here, guys. Balu sir will continue from next session. Okay. Okay. Bye, all of you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Please show me the slides for the router, how to reset the router. I will take a photo.
Password recovery.
No, sir. PPT files. Yes, sir. Or back.
Means for this TFTP server.
Yes, sir. I want the means 1 second. First and second slide, sir.
For this one.
No, sir. From
In
the
PPT.
PPT. Yes, sir. The
So
first and second, like,
for this password recovery or for this backup or configuration.
sir, reset the router.
Means password recovery, right?
Yes, sir. But
This one.
no, sir. Before. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Password recovery steps.
Okay. So this is the first step. Okay. We have to
Yes, sir. Got it.
console connectivity. Then you know this console connectivity, how to connect to this PC compo to router console port.
Yes, sir.
Then we have to stop this boot sequence. In this boot
Yes,
sequence,
sir.
we have to change this configuration register value. So you already know it. We are discussing internal component of this router about this
Yes, sir.
boot sequence. Then we have to follow this step. So in this for normal mode, we have to change the configuration register value 0s
Yes, sir.
4. Okay. Then next step, we have to do the command reset and we have to follow this step.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Got it, sir.
Okay. Bye all of you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, one problem is there in my field line.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, one client is there. He used two